win streak, the Lady Titans return to the court here at Olympus High for a rare back-to-back games in 2 days. Their first opponent of this back-to-back will be the American Fork Cavewomen, who come in struggling mightily on offense. This is Olympus Girls Basketball on OlyTV. I'm Lucas Pierce, and I'm joined by
Colin Malga.
Let's get into the storylines for tonight's matchup. In Olympus's big 63-41 win over Box Elder last week, the Titans were led by Joss Baker, who simply had an incredible game. The Titans' best player recorded a double-double with 33 points and 15 rebounds. She also added to her impressive performance with an impressive defensive performance where she totaled 6 steals. Her size advantage last game was the big key to her success. So can she replicate that tonight? Only time will tell, but the Titans can't rely on her to put up 30 points per game. So that begs the question, who steps up for the Titans? They need to find somebody outside of Baker who can lead the team, because when she's not on the floor, things can tend to spiral out of control a little bit. One player to watch will be Tessa Cromar, who is averaging over 8 points a game and is very dangerous from three-point range. She just hasn't been able to put together good games consistently yet. Now let's look at the opponent of Olympus, American Fork. It has been a struggle for them to open up this season. They are currently 1-6 with their lone win being over Judge Memorial Catholic High School. Besides that, positives have been hard to come by for them, and most of the issues are on the offensive side. They are only scoring about 41 points per game, and they have only crossed the 50-point mark once. While their defense hasn't been great either, it would go a long way for the Cavewomen to score more and give the defense some breathing room. A good thing to note as well for the American Fork team is that they have been better on the road than they have been at home. Of course, it isn't the biggest difference considering they are still 1-6, but they play on the road. When they play on the road, the games tend to be more contested and whatnot. Now let's get into the keys to the game with Colin.
All right. So for the keys to the game, Olympus offensively, the Titans need to ride the Joss Baker wave and not turn the ball over. This team is at their best when Baker is commanding the offense. When Baker is commanding the offensive, when they are effectively passing it into the paint to get good shots under the basket. Defensively, the Titans need to correct Kennington, American Fork's best player in her first 4 games of the season. She totaled 35 points and had 14 turnovers. So if the Titans can play tight defense, there is a window to force turnovers and get breakaway chances. As for American Fork, offensively, American Fork needs to score 50 points. In the one game they won this year, they did that. The way to do that is to get to the free throw line. Olympus's biggest.
We're just going to take a small break for the national anthem.
As I was saying, for American Fork, one of Olympus's biggest weakness is their fouling. And if that continues tonight, American Fork will have plenty of chances at the line to shoot for free throws. so they have to shoot well from the charity stripe. Defensively, American Fork needs to force the ball out of Josh Baker's hands and make Olympus's role players win it for them. I don't think it would be the worst thing for them to put a double team on Baker and force the Titans to win it from three-point land without Baker.
And one thing to note tonight is it looks like American Fork has a bigger height advantage than over the Titans, so we'll see how big of a part that plays in them being able to guard Baker effectively. And now we're going to get into the starting lineups. For American Fork, number 2, Cora Kennington, the 6-foot senior. She has 35 points on the year. Number 4, Samantha Smith, the 5'7" senior. She has 18 points on the year. Number 10, Sabrina Hansen, 5'9" senior. She has 24 points on the year. And just to know, all of these stats for American Fork are through their first 4 games because they have not entered stats for their past 3 games. Number 12, Lindsay Melville, the senior. She's a senior and 6'1". And then number 14, Ambry Jensen, senior, who's 5'7". So now we'll get into the Olympus starting lineups. Number 5, Joss Baker, the senior forward and senior guard. She's averaging 18.8 points per game. Number 11, Tallulah Colton, the senior forward. She's registered 2 points against Box Elder. Number 15, Claire Hazen. She's averaging 7 points a game and has 13 rebounds on the year. Number 23, Tessa Cromar. She has 8.3. She's averaging 8.3 points per game this year. She had 6 points last game. And then Maddie Shimoda, number 24, the junior guard. She has 22 points on the season. And so as we get ready to go here, it should be an interesting matchup because American Fork has struggled to start the year, but they've also been in a lot of their games too.
Yeah. So with them not being able to input stats for the last 3 games, we might see some other American Fork girls step up tonight. We'll just have to see. So, but as we know, they have lost 4 straight. So let's see if Olympus can keep up their winning streak and force an American Fork into another loss.
If they were to win this one, it would be Olympus's 4th straight win after losing their first 3. And Shimoda controls the tip, and she brings it up the court now. Baker has it now. She's guarded by Kennington. She's going to put the jump shot up, and it is good. Good start by Joss Baker.
Good isolation play, good handles for a good bucket.
And so now Ambry Jensen is bringing it up the floor. She's guarded by Maddie Shimoda. Jensen gets it to Smith, who passes to Hansen, and now Melville gets it to Jensen. Jensen was double teamed for a second there. And now Samantha Smith controls it. She's guarded by Cromar. They're going to try and go to Kennington, and she throws the ball away right to Tessa Cromar. And she's bringing it up the floor now. Cromar gets some room. She tries to lay it up and in, but it's no good. And that's going to be off of American Fork, and Olympus will retain possession.
Saw a little bit of physical defense down in the post by American Fork on Tallulah Colton. So
Cromar throws it in to Baker. She's guarded by Smith. Baker with the turnaround jump shot goes in, and she has 4 early points for the Titans.
Good bump off the defender into a turnaround jumper. Good bucket by Joss Baker.
Ambry Jensen, she gets it to Sabrina Hansen. She's looking to drive, but she passes to Jensen. It goes off her hands, and that's another turnover on American Fork. And we're going to have an early timeout by the Cavewomen right now. They are struggling on the offensive side, just a little over a minute into this one.
But that's what we expected, Lucas. We expected them for it to be a bit of a tougher game for American Fork coming into this one on the offensive side. Right there, you just got to maintain possession of the ball. You know, it's a free pass, not too hard of a pass, just a little bit over the head. Just got to get your hands on the ball, bring it in, and then keep offense on your side so you can produce and not allow the Titans to get the ball back and allow the Titans offense to get moving and have Joss get into an isolation play.
And this has been a big issue for American Fork. They're only averaging around 41, 42 points per game. So if if they want to win tonight, they're going to have to do more than that. Shimoda brings it up the floor, and they get it to Hazen, her first touch of the game. Now Baker has it. She loses control, and it's stolen away by Ambry Jensen, and now she's going to slow it down.
That's what American Fork needs. They need a little bit of slower pace offense, allow the passes and maybe a foul to get in here.
And now American Fork turns the ball over. Baker has it. She has Shimoda open. She's going to take it herself. And she is going to get, she's going to be called for a travel right there. She had Shimoda open. She just didn't pass it.
Yeah. Oh, that one, another mistake from American Fork on the offensive side, who still haven't put up a point yet.
Melville has it right now. She was guarded by Colton. And now it's Hansen who gets it to Smith. Kennington gets her second touch of the game, and Smith is going to shoot the three. It rolls in. Lucky roll for Samantha Smith right there, and that's American Fork's first points of the game.
Right there, we saw Tessa Cromar try and get him in the coffin corner, try and force a turnover on defense.
And Shimoda tries to go for the layup, but it is blocked right there by Cora Kennington, the center for this American Fork team.
There we see American Fork's height advantage on the Titans, and a shot easily swat away.
Cromar gets it into Shimoda, who's open from three, and she hits it right in the corner off the inbounds pass.
Nothing but net on that shot.
Great shot by Shimoda right there. She had 3 points in her last game, along with 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Kennington has it. She's going to shoot it from the free throw line. That'll be no good, and Baker comes down with the rebound.
Physical rebound by Josh Baker, bumping Lindsay Melville to the floor.
Baker gets it to Shimoda. She was open for a second, and now Cromar has it in the corner. The step back three is no good. It's an air ball, and American Fork comes down with it.
Cromar was open for a second, but just passed the ball a little too late.
Melville has it. She gets it to Smith, who's open from three. That one is good. 2 3-pointers for American Fork, and 2 3-pointers that go in the basket.
Maybe that's their key to win the game here, is keep shooting at the chair and keep shooting beyond the arc.
Shimoda has it right now, and she's guarded by Hansen. Baker's going to shoot the long two. That one goes off the front of the rim, but Olympus comes down with the rebound. It's Claire Hazen. Cromar's looking to drive. Nice fake, but she misses the layup, and Melville comes down with the rebound.
Right there on that baseline layup, you just got to make that layup. That's a crucial point here, which could put you ahead by 3 points.
Hansen with the floater. That one's no good, and Baker comes down with the rebound, and she gets fouled. Kind of an unnecessary foul by American Fork right there, as Julia Fugel is checking in for Lindsay Melville. Fugel has 9 points on the year, or through her first 4 games. Cromar gets it to Baker, who is looking to drive right there. Cromar has it once again. Now it's Colton. Colton's looking to drive. Her shot is no good. Didn't have much of a shot right there. And Samantha Smith gets it, and now Ambry Jensen.
A lot of contact on Colton as she went up for the layup there.
Hansen finds Smith open from 3. That one is no good, and it looks like it's going to be American Fork ball after Tallulah Colton and Claire Hazen were not able to secure the rebound for the Titans.
A little bit of communication there would have gone a long way. A little two Titans going for the rebound at the same time causes them both to drop it, allowing American Fork to get it.
Probably if one of them went for it, they would have gotten that rebound and they would have been running up the floor.
For sure.
It's Fugel who has it now. She's guarded tightly by Hazen. Kennington gets it to Hansen. Her layup is no good, and Cromar comes down with the rebound.
Up and over the backboard. Gotta be able to put a shot in the backboard when you're right under the basket.
Baker's controlling the offense, and she passes to Cromar. Baker has it once again, and she's looking to drive. And she is going, it looks like the refs made a stoppage, and it's a foul.
Seems to be a foul on Ambry Jensen.
Second foul of the quarter for American Fork.
Inbound play not working for the Titans.
They struggled with that last game. That's a good point. And now Shimoda has it. She's going to shoot the deep three. That one goes off the front of the rim. And Smith comes down with the rebound.
4 Titans in transition against only 1 American Fork.
It's Cora Kennington who has it now. She's going up against Baker, and she draws the foul on Baker.
A little too much contact from Colton on the back. That gets a foul, and that gets American Fork to the charity stripe, which is what they want to do tonight.
And early in this first quarter, the Titans have done a good job limiting the fouls that have plagued them this year, but that'll have to continue as Kennington's first free throw is good.
Which ties up the game at 7 apiece.
And the Titans have to do their best to keep Baker out of foul trouble because, as we mentioned earlier, this team just isn't the same with her off the court. The second one is no good, and Baker gets the rebound.
Since, and American Fork only scored 41 their last game, Josh Baker can score 33 by herself. That's a scary statistic to look out for when it comes to American Fork.
And she loses control of the ball, and they are going to call a jump ball, which goes American Fork's ways, and that's a turnover by Josh Baker and the Titans.
Another costly turnover, another blown shot on offense, which allows American Fork to get the upper hand here and try an offensive series here.
The Titans have struggled a little bit on offense this year. It's pretty much the turnovers and the fouls as Cora Kennington lays it up and in and gives American Fork their first lead of the night.
Good movement by American Fork's offense, allowing the center to slip in for a nice easy layup.
It's Cromar who has it now. She's guarded by Hansen. Hazen is guarded by Kennington. She's going to put up the long two. That one is no good. And Fugel comes down with the rebound, and a foul is committed on Tallulah Colton.
Hazen there putting up a pretty inefficient long two. One more step back, and that attempt goes from a two-pointer to a three-pointer, which is a much more efficient shot, even if you do miss.
And you see in this new era of basketball, many teams try to avoid that long two. They either shoot the three or they try to go into the paint for a closer shot.
Yeah, just more efficient basketball, which just allows for more points to be put up overall.
Kennington gets it to Fugel, and Kennington has it again. She's going to shoot the three. That one is no good. Baker with the rebound. And she brings it up the floor now. Miscommunication with Cromar, but Cromar gets the ball nonetheless. Cromar gets it to Baker, and now it's Shimoda who has it. She's guarded by Fugel. Shimoda's going to drive, put up a wacky shot. It's no good. Colton comes down with the rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. And this time the possession arrow goes the way of the Titans, so they will retain possession.
Right there on that last little play there, Tessa Cromar had tons of room to shoot, just a little hesitation, and allowed American Fork to get right up on her.
And now she is inbounding the ball. She gets it to Hazen. The layup is good, plus the foul.
And the and one on the way for Claire Hazen. Good execution of an inbound play right there by the Titans.
That was one of their better ones this season. A lot of the times, especially when the inbounds play is under the basket, it takes them a minute to get going and get somebody open.
And we see Morgan Felix come in for American Fork in place of Ambry Jensen.
The first 4 games, Felix had 10 points.
And on that inbound play, a lot of motion by the Titans, which allowed a confusion, which just left Claire Hazen open right under the basket.
Now it's Cora Kennington who has it. She's looking to drive on Colton. Her layup is no good, but American Fork continues getting the rebound. They're not able to put the layup in, and Baker comes down with the rebound.
Few good offensive rebounds there by American Fork. Let's see what the Titans can do here in transition.
Cromar's open from 3, and she misses. It was a little long. It's Fugel who comes down with the rebound.
Titans swarming her, and we get a foul. And that foul comes on Claire Hazen.
That'll be her first of the game. And it looks like checking in for the Titans is Brianna Kidiona. She has 2 points this year and 1 rebound.
Bringing up the court, we see Morgan Felix.
And now it's Melville who's back in the game. Smith is looking to drive on Cromar. She doesn't get much room, and her shot is no good. That'll be off of the Titans, and American Fork will get a second chance on this possession.
Good drive right there, just misplaced on the layup. Inbound by Smith.
Smith overthrows Melville, and Cromar's out running. It's a 2-on-1 for the Titans. Cromar is going to try the behind-the-back pass, and they somehow get it to Baker for the layup. Great passing by the Titans.
Great passing, great unselfishness by the Titans to get an easy layup in a fast break.
American Fork will get the last shot of this first quarter. We'll see what they do with it. Smith gets it into Melville. Her shot is blocked right there by Kidiona, and the Titans will end the first quarter with a 12-9 lead.
Good physical defense there by Kidiona to end out this first quarter.
And so it was a highly contested first quarter right there, pretty back and forth. The Titans got out to a little bit of an early lead, but but American Fork responded well.
American Fork has been keeping themselves in it so far through that first quarter. I mean, a lot of blunders by both teams, but American Fork seems to be taking advantage of theirs a little better than Olympus has been, even though Olympus does lead the score.
Go ahead.
But this is still, so far, anyone's ball game. We've seen American Fork be pretty good from the 3 ball, so if they can come out of the quarter here and hit a nice 3, that ties them up perfectly with Olympus at 12.
And that could be a mismatch in this game. Olympus has not shown much from three-pointer. Shimoda made one earlier, but besides that, they haven't had much success.
There's been a lot of contested layups and stuff down near the basket versus out long, and their shots out long have seemed to struggle from Tessa Cromar and Maddie Shimoda.
And for this Titans team to be at their best, they need Cromar to be hot from deep. It adds another dimension to this offense. It adds another dimension to this team where they don't have to just go into the paint and try and go to Joss Baker every time.
Yeah. When she's hot, she can be an elite catch-and-shoot shooter, which allows Olympus to play their offense, run whatever plays they'd like, and if they need an eject button, to just dish out to Cromar for a deep 3.
American Fork will start the second quarter with possession. It'll be Morgan Felix inbounding the ball to Ambry Jensen. Jensen is guarded by Shimoda as she moves quickly.
Few screens by American Fork.
Fugel's going to shoot the open 3. That one is good, and they are tied just like that to start the second quarter.
Just like I talked about over the break, all American Fork needs to do is come out here and hit a 3. That off-ball screen by American Fork freed up Fugel for a nice 3.
And now Shimoda's guarded by Felix. We'll see what Baker can do here. She's going to shoot the long 2. That one rolls in and out, and Felix comes down with the rebound.
Playing fast here are the Cavewomen.
And now it's Fugel who's going to drive. That one is no good, but they come down with the rebound. And Felix is now guarded by Eliza Johnson. They're going inside with Fugel. Felix is open from 3. That one is no good, and Shimoda comes down with the rebound.
A little too far on that open 3. American Fork really needs to take advantage of that.
We'll see what Shimoda does here. She gets it to Baker. Baker is guarded by Melville right there. She's going to put up the jumper, and she is fouled, so she'll be headed to the free throw line.
A little too much contact there by Lindsay Melville. So, as expected, draws a nice foul and allows Joss to get to the charity stripe.
That was a great job by Baker to realize that Melville was right there. She just put up a shot and drew the foul. First one is good, so the Titans have a 13-12 lead.
No subs from either side after the first free throw.
Looks like Cromar is getting ready to come in at some point. The second one is up, and it is good. And now Cromar comes into the game for Joss Baker.
All right, let's see what the Titans can do without Joss Baker. They really need to hold a defensive and just play standard offense, get good motion, get good screens, and just try and score some points here.
Felix, she gets it to Melville. And that'll be a turnover as Fugel isn't able to come down with the pass, and the Titans get a good start, or a good stop on defense as Tallulah Colton comes back into the game.
Little confusion by the Titans defense under the basket actually kind of helps them out as an American Fork player ran into one of them and caused them to be out of tune.
Shimoda's driving to the basket, and her shot is blocked right there by Cora Kennington. That height difference was big.
Really coming in handy for the Cave women with their height advantage.
Kennington's free throw shot is no good, and now Cromar is bringing it up the floor for the Titans.
Playing it slow, Cromar is double teamed.
Looks like American Fork has moved into more of a zone defense. And this gave the Titans some struggles last game against Box Elder. Box Elder played a zone defense the entire time, and you see how the Titans have to call a timeout there. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Call a timeout, allow them to recognize the change in defense, allow the coach to get in there, coach the girls up on what to do now that we've seen a shift in defense, and probably come out with a new form of attack.
And it was an interesting move by American Fork right there. The second Baker came out of the game, they went to a zone defense. Maybe they saw something when preparing for this game to exploit with that zone defense. And if Baker is going to come, whenever Baker comes back into the game, we'll have to see if they keep it that way.
Yeah. And they seem to swarm whoever had the ball outside of that three-point line. They're really trying to stop the Titan role players at shooting off deep threes and trying to get them in.
And Grace Schwartz and Brianna Kidiona are into the game for the Titans. Schwartz passes to Johnson. Johnson doesn't have much room, so Schwartz has it. The shot clock's running down. Schwartz has got to do something. She puts up a prayer. That one is no good, but she gets the ball back.
Good rebound to reset the shot clock and allow the Titans to go back to work.
Tallulah Colton's guarded by Kennington, who has the height advantage. That one is no good by Cromar, but Kidiona comes down with the rebound, and they're going to call a travel.
Good offensive rebounds right there by the Titans to keep their offensive possession alive, to try and get some shots up.
And so it's Jensen who's bringing up the floor once again for the Cave women. She's guarded by Schwartz. That's Hansen who has it now, and they're going to go to Kennington. Kennington looks with a lot of contact right there. There is no foul called, and now Cromar's rushing up the floor.
Good defense right there in the post from the Titans.
Cromar's going to shoot the three. That one is no good, too short, but Kidiona comes down with the rebound, and she is fouled.
Good few offensive rebounds right by here. Recently by Kidiona to keep the Titans on offense, as we see Joss Baker check back in the game for Kidiona.
Kidiona hasn't had a lot of minutes in this game, but when she has been in the game, they have been very productive. She's been doing a lot of things for the Titans.
Inbound play going awry.
And now Cromar is going to get it to Baker, who is open for a second. She is fouled, and she will be headed back to the free throw line.
Yeah, right there. 3 Cave women just collapse on Joss Baker extremely quickly, a little too fast, and it allows a little too much contact, which draws the foul.
That was a nice pass by Cromar, who was double teamed right there for a minute to get it to Baker, and who ended up drawing the foul.
Good court vision right there from Tessa Cromar.
That's just the kind of player Cromar is. She's gonna kill you from deep when she's hot, but she's also able to pass the ball around really well.
Yeah, be a good distributor for this Titans offense.
She has 22 assists on the year. As Baker goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, the Titans extend their lead to 4 points. It's Felix who has it now, and she's guarded by Eliza Johnson. Now Hansen's going to try and go to Cora Kennington. Can she get a lane? She isn't able to get a clean shot up, but she is fouled.
We see a little more effort and even a double team come on Cora Kennington when she gets down in the post. The height advantage against her, the height advantage for her against the Titans caused the Titans to try and get a double team to try and get a little better defense on her.
Her first one is up, and it is good. American Fork now within 1 possession of the Titans. The second one is up and is good. Kennington's now 3 for 4 from the line, and this one is as Schwartz brings it up the court.
We've seen both the Titans and the Cavemen be pretty effective from the free throw line tonight so far.
It's Baker who has it now. Screen set by Colton, and Baker's shot is blocked, and Smith comes down with it.
Good contest by the Cavewomen defense right there to stop Joss Baker in the tracks.
Jensen gets some room. She's able to lay it up and in, and the Cavewomen are only down by 1 point.
And here we see Schwartz bringing it up. Titans trying to get a play going.
And Schwartz is going to get fouled by Morgan Felix right there. That's now the 4th foul of the second quarter on American Fork. So one more, and the Titans will be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Yeah, the Cavewomen have been quite foul heavy so far. Being in foul trouble with 4 minutes left is not ideal as American Fork looks to close out this half.
This is usually where the Titans are in foul trouble themselves, so they've done a good job of controlling their fouling and drawing fouls. Schwartz tries to get it to Colton right there, and we're going to have not a jump ball. Baker's able to get it to Cromar as the Titans reset on offense. Baker is guarded by Jensen. Her 3 is up, and it is no good. Doesn't get the bounce, and Smith comes down with the rebound.
Almost a steal from Tessa Cromar coming from behind, but not quite able to. American Fork will try and set up their offense now, coming with around 3:30 left in the half.
Cromar guards Smith. She's going to shoot the mid-range, and it is no good. The Titans come down with the rebound. It's Schwartz, and she's bringing it up the floor right now.
Schwartz able to fend off there from Lindsay Melville.
It was nearly stolen away, and now we'll see what the Titans draw up. Johnson's looking to drive. She gets it to Schwartz. Schwartz was open for a second. The shot by Colton is up. It is no good, and Melville comes down with the rebound, and Jensen will bring it up the floor.
Sometimes those turnaround jumpers are pretty tough, as we see that Tallulah missing one.
Cora Kennington's layup is no good, and Schwartz comes down with the rebound.
The Titans take it up the floor with around 2 minutes and 40 seconds left.
It was a 5-on-4 for the Cavewomen right there. Johnson thought about the 3. Instead, she's going to try and drive. Now Baker's open. Her layup is no good. There was some contact right there, and we're going to have a jump ball,
which should go towards the Cavewomen.
It looks like the possession arrow is towards the Titans, so they will be inbounding right at the baseline where it says Titans.
Mass sub by the Titans, which sees almost a whole new lineup come in for them.
Cromar's looking to inbound. She gets it to Shimoda. They're going to try to go inside with Hazen, but they aren't able to. And now Cromar gets it to Hazen somehow. Shimoda's open from 3. That one is no good, a little long. But Baker comes down with the rebound.
Baker looking to make some magic here.
Her shot is up. It looks like it was blocked by Melville right there. And the Cavewomen are running up the floor. Smith is open from 3. That one is good. So American Fork has the lead once again with that 3.
Right there. The Cavewomen penetrated the post and on the fast break and allowed for a nice fast break 3 from Smith.
Cromar's guarded by Fugel. Her jump shot is no good, and the Titans have gone cold on offense as American Fork is running up the floor once again.
American Fork gaining some steam here for sure.
Fugel's layup is no good, and Hazen comes down with the rebound.
Only about 1:30 left.
They have Shimoda open, but they overthrow her, and American Fork will get the ball right back.
Bit of an airmail pass right there to Shimoda.
Have to imagine the height difference had a little bit of an effect on the pass right there.
Yeah, trying to keep it out of American Fork's reach and try and get a nice easy layup there for the Titans.
And because Shimoda's shorter, they have to kind of throw a more precise pass right there.
Maybe a little more arc on it.
And that is going to be stolen away by Cromar. Can she lay it up and in? No, she can't. But Baker comes down with the rebound.
Triple teamed right now.
And they're going to call a foul on American Fork.
I think American Fork right there was trying to look for a jump ball, but a little too much slapping at the ball caused a foul, and it causes the Titans to retain possession.
And so Baker will be back at the free throw line. He needs to go for 2 for 2 here, get a much needed reset on offense for the Titans.
Allow them to only be down by 1.
The first one is good, so Baker still hasn't missed from the free throw line tonight as Grace Schwartz comes in for Tessa Cromar.
Well, good job on American Fork for not committing a foul within those last 4 minutes and only going into foul trouble here with a minute left in the half.
It's a good point. They fouled early in that second quarter, but they did a good job slowing down. Second one is up, and it is good.
That's exactly what the Titans needed right there. 2 good free throws to only be down 1, so any points on offense will turn into a lead for them.
Titans are now in a zone defense, and we'll see if either one of these teams can cross the 20-point mark before halftime. And they're going to call a reach-in foul on Hazen right there.
A little too close right there for Hazen.
That's only the second foul on Olympus. So that should be an inbounds pass.
Let's see if the Cavewomen can get a good inbound play here and get some points before going into half.
They're able to get it to Smith, who's open from 3. That one is no good, and Baker comes down with the rebound. That was a good inbounds play, though.
Only 40 seconds left as Baker drives up the floor.
Baker's going to lay it up and in. So the Titans now have 20 points, and they have the 1-point lead.
Now can we just see them play some good defense here and shut out American Fork as we go into the quarter?
We'll have to see what American Fork decides to do here. Do they try and go fast, or do they hold for that final shot?
Looks like the shot clock and game clock are slightly off.
And that's going to be a turnover, and Shimoda's going to bring it up the floor quickly.
Driving into a nest of Cavewomen.
Schwartz is open from 3. That one is no good. And the Cavewomen get the rebound. They might have one final shot. Smith is running up the floor. She is fouled by Kitiona right there. Was it on the shot? It looks like it was.
Bad timing on the foul right there. Going into half as a shot attempt goes up. We see a foul there.
Smith, her first one is up, and it is no good. So the best that American Fork can do, assuming they don't get the rebound, is tie it before half.
All right, there is a crucial miss from American Fork on the free throw line.
The second one is up. It is no good, but Hansen comes down with the rebound. Can she get a shot up? No, she can't. So the Titans are going to head into halftime of this low-scoring affair. They're up 20-19. What are some of your takeaways from that first half?
Oof, tons of defense on both sides from the Titans and the Cavewomen. It's been a really defensive slugfest, as we've seen only a combined 39 points put up from both teams.
That is well said. And so now we're going to go into halftime. I'm Lucas Pierce.
I'm Colin Malga.
We'll see you at the start of the second half.
Fans fresh off of 2 competitions already this year. It's time to get loud. Your Athenians are set to showcase their incredible versatility across 3 distinct dance styles, military dance and show that will finish out the drill year. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, brought to you by Bo Tate and Associates, they will be sharing with us the powerful, precise military dance, led by head coach Ellie Ashford and captains Izzy J.P. Please give some love and make some noise for your Athenians. Fans also tonight, will you please give some love? We have some Olympus royalty back in the stands. Over here to my left, will you please stand up and welcome back Olympus basketball greats Alyssa Blake and Mary Sheets.
Welcome back to Olympus High School, where the Olympus Lady Titans have a 20-19 lead over the American Fork Cavemen. It was a very close first half, and that is reflected in the stats.
There have been some very even stats so far. So far, we've seen both the Lady Titans and the Cavewomen grab 14 defensive rebounds each, and they've both attempted 8 three-pointers. 1 going down for Olympus, but 4 going down for American Fork. Olympus has made all 7 of their free throws, and American Fork has only made 3 out of 6 for 50%.
And an early turnover for the American Fork Cavewomen as Jensen steps out of bounds in that corner.
Another crucial stat was the 5 steals that the Titans have been able to achieve so far through one half of basketball.
So Baker is going to bring it up the floor this time. And now it's Cromar who has it.
Cromar with the screen from Tallulah Colton.
But she mishandles the ball a little bit. Baker thought about the 3. Now she's going to drive. Her layup is no good. And American Fork comes down with the rebound.
American Fork on the fast break.
And it is another turnover for the American Fork. Shimoda was able to possess it right there.
Good bounce from Shimoda, getting up there and grabbing that ball to the air for a good steal.
Shimoda, she's guarded by now she's guarded by Smith. Hazen tries to pass it to Shimoda right there, and we have players all over the floor, and it's Samantha Smith who's bringing up the floor right now.
For a 3-on-2 fast break, but the Cavewomen slow it down.
Jensen gets it over to Hansen, and now it's Kennington against Claire Hazen. Smith's shot is blocked by Baker, and she's able to come down with it.
A soaring block by Baker, flying across the paint for a good block.
Shimoda passes to Baker, and Baker with some miscommunication with Claire Hazen right there, and that one just is thrown out of bounds.
A little too far right there for Baker.
And now it'll be Ambry Jensen bringing it up the floor. And she passes to Smith at midcourt. Jensen is open from 3. That one is good. American Fork's 5th 3 of the game, and they have a 2-point lead.
That's exactly what they need to keep themselves in this, is to keep hitting deep threes and keep playing suffocating defense on the Titans.
Cromar doesn't have much room to work. She finds some room, though, and she hits the long 2.
Good shot, not super efficient. A little step back right there would have gotten her a 3, but still, points are points here.
And that's going to be a blocking foul on Tallulah Colton.
Bit of an unnecessary foul, so high up, or so close to midcourt from Colton.
Trying to cause some pressure right there, trying to get a steal or try and cause a backcourt violation, but wasn't able to get it.
Trying to cause chaos.
The long pass to Melville right there, and a bit of an erratic offensive possession right there for the Cavewomen, and Baker comes down with it, and she's bringing it up the floor.
American Fork doing a really good job right there on hustling back on transition, not allowing anyone to be open.
Baker nearly threw it away to Cromar right there. Cromar's going to shoot the 3. That one is blocked by Kennington, though. And it's American Fork who comes down with the rebound.
Again, a little miscommunication from Colton and Hazen, allowing neither of them to come down with the rebound.
It's Hansen who was open from 3. She didn't take it, though. Melville gets it to Kennington. Her shot is short, and it's Colton who comes down with the rebound, and Cromar brings it up the floor.
Short right there off the front rim. Just a little more effort on that and a little more power just to put a little more arc on it. Get that nice, easy, open layup.
Baker's going to shoot the 3. It is no good.
Something we've seen quite common from the Titans is on missed 3s.
Nice block right there by Cromar on the pass to avoid Kennington having an open layup.
Good hustle play right there. Chasing the play from behind, using her vision to realize she's going to pass it and snatch the ball and push out of bounds.
Smith is open from the corner. It is an air ball, and it's Eliza Johnson who gets the rebound.
A little too far right there on that 3.
Shimoda passes to Baker. She's guarded by Melville. Shimoda gets it to Colton, who gets it to Hazen. Shimoda has a lane, but she goes up with it, and she's going to get called for the traveling violation.
Right there, we see the towering Cora Kennington against Shimoda. Just no offense, able to get past her.
It was good movement by Shimoda to try and get that lane to go to the basket, but it's just such a big height difference that it's hard for Shimoda to get into the paint.
A lot of reach on Kennington.
And the double team on Fugel right there in the corner, they're able to get out of it though. Jensen thought about the 3 but didn't take it.
A lot of offense on the left side of the court for the Cavewomen.
Titans with some suffocating defense on that possession, and the Cavewomen throw it away.
Between 3 Titans, that cause a really nice miscommunication and turnover. Good defense right there.
Shimoda tries to pass it to Eliza Johnson, but it's Kitiona who comes down with it, and it's Smith who dribbles it out of bounds.
Let's see what inbound play the Titans can do here. They'll choose not to, and they'll just inbound it to Shimoda at the top.
Probably the right idea. Titans moving it around the perimeter. It's now Colton with the ball. Baker tries to get it into Shimoda, but she just throws it away, and the possession goes right back to American Fork.
And we're all tied up here with around 3:25 left in the third quarter at 22 apiece.
It's been a very highly contested and ugly offensive game for both of these teams, but you can also say that the defenses have been great.
Suffocating defense from both sides, only allowing 44 points so far in the whole game. And we see the Titans often trying to trap American Fork in the corner by double teaming anyone who gets even close to the corner.
Tallulah Colton now has 3 fouls on the game. We'll see if she gets subbed out soon. That shot is no good, and a foul is called on American Fork. It was Kitiona who came down with the rebound, and the Titans will be moving it up the court.
Bit of a bad shot selection there on the layup, just kind of going way far right and bouncing right off the backboard.
It's Annie Erickson coming in, the sophomore forward for Tallulah Colton. She had 2 points and 1 rebound last game against Box Elder.
As we see the Titans setting up a play.
That is tipped out of bounds by Samantha Smith of American Fork, so the Titans will be inbounding it.
As we see Reagan Lamborn come into the game for American Fork.
Pretty sure this is Lamborn's second appearance in this game. She was in there a bit earlier. Johnson's trying to get around. She gets it to Kitiona. Her layup is no good. Erickson's layup is no good. And who's it going to be off of? It's going to be off the Titans, and American Fork will be inbounding it.
Really good pass by Johnson there to Kitiona to find her just slipping right into the basket, but just unable to convert on that layup.
Jensen guarded tightly by Erickson. Passes all the way to Smith, and now Jensen's open from 3. It is no good, a little long. Hansen comes down with the rebound, though, and lays it up and in.
Great offensive rebound that right there by Jensen to allow for a quick rebound and a quick 2.
So American Fork goes up by 2 once again. And points are precious in this one. As Erickson's double team, she passes to Kitiona. Her layup is good. Great vision by Erickson.
Can't forget about Kitiona still sitting down there in the paint. You double team someone in the paint and there's still someone else there. It's an easy layup right there for the Titans.
Smith is looking to drive. She passes to Fugel. Her shot is good. And now we're seeing the offenses open up a little bit more as American Fork calls a timeout.
American Fork right there calling the timeout with a bit of a momentum on their side. They like to take the timeout, maybe try and get in Olympus's heads a little bit.
I have to see what they want to draw up right here. Maybe they try some zone defense, or maybe they'll try a full court press.
Let's see if the Titans sub out Joss Baker here. She has been on the court for this entire quarter.
It looked like prior to this timeout, it was Grace Schwartz who is sitting by the scorer's table, so you have to assume she's going to come in. Question is for who?
We've seen a lot of rotation from the Titans bench so far, trying to keep people fresh, trying to keep the energy high. And so far it's been working. They've been able to jump around the whole court, run around, sprint, jump, contests, just overall high energy offense and defense for the Titans so far. Even if some of their offensive attempts have not gone exactly how they wanted it to.
And Coach Hunsaker does tend to rotate her lineup a whole bunch. Usually you see it more towards the end of the game, but in this one she's decided to do it earlier. And at the very least it's paid off defensively, where they have been so good.
Been incredible defensively, even though American Fork has that height advantage. Those bigs down for Olympus have still grabbed plenty of defensive rebounds and some offensive as well.
Interesting lineup here by the Titans. They've got 3 seniors and 2 sophomores on the floor as Eliza Johnson nearly turns the ball away, but she gets it back.
Johnson driving to the right.
Now Kitiona has it, who passes to Baker. Baker's going to shoot the 3. That one is good. Big 3 by Joss Baker. And now the Titans regain that 1-point lead.
Huge 3 by Joss Baker, just dribbling, trying to figure out what she wants to do with it. She decides to pull the trigger from deep, and it goes in, proving very rewarding for the Titans.
Good defense by the Titans, but they are going to call looks like they're going to call a foul on American Fork right there. Their second foul of the quarter, and it'll be Baker inbounding the ball.
As Samantha Smith gets up looking a little injured, a little wounded, as she hobbles over to the bench, taking quite a hard fall right there on that foul.
And it's Morgan Felix who comes in for her. And it is Schwartz who brings it up the floor.
And there we see Schwartz who subbed into the game at that timeout.
Schwartz has it, and now it's Johnson who's guarded by Felix. Johnson moving around the perimeter. Now it's Baker looking to drive. She looks like they're going to call another foul on American Fork, which will be their 3rd of the quarter. But kind of an unfortunate foul for the Titans too, as it looks like Baker could have gotten into Kitiona for the layup.
Yeah. Good offense so far right there from the Titans. And we see kind of the script flipped as we see American Fork fouling quite a bit.
That's been interesting to see in this game too. It's usually the Titans who are always in foul trouble. American Fork's been fouling a lot. As Baker's 3 is no good, but Kitiona comes down with the rebound. Baker gets it once again, and her shot is blocked. And it is going to be a foul on Sabrina Hansen as Baker goes to the line once again tonight.
Not quite sure what the ref saw on the foul right there. Probably a little more than I did, but from my angle, it looked like a good contest.
Well, Hansen agrees with you. She was not happy after that foul call. Baker hasn't missed from the line tonight. We'll see if that can continue here. Her first one is good.
She sinks that one, keeping the Titans at 100% efficiency from the free throw line tonight.
And that's been a huge thing tonight too, because American Fork is only 50% from the line themselves, and they're down by 2, maybe 3 after this free throw.
Free throws so far, I believe, from what I've been counting, have accounted for 9 points for the Titans. So 9 out of that 29 points so far have come from those free throws, which kind of looks bad on American Fork, allowing that many fouls to happen.
And so American Fork, they have the opportunity to have the final shot. We'll see if they go fast, though. It's Melville who's open under the basket. She lays it up and in. Great vision by American Fork.
The Titans trying to cause so much chaos behind the arc, they forget about the post and allow an easy layup right there.
We'll see what they do here. Baker's not in the lineup. Schwartz is fouled right there.
As they call a blocking foul on Reagan Lamborn. Feet not quite set as she was looking for the charge.
And Schwartz took a hard fall right there. And Olympus will get a chance for, it looks like Schwartz will be at the free throw line here.
Let's see if she can keep the Titans perfect from the charity stripe so far.
Her first one is up. It is good.
And that pushes the Titans past the 30-point mark.
That is Schwartz's 10th point on the year. Her second one is up. That is no good. But Kidiona comes down with the rebound. Can she put it up? Yes,
and
she
she
can.
does.
She lays it up. And now it's a steal by Cromar. She isn't able to put the shot up, but that is a very impressive end to the quarter by the Titans, who now have a 4-point lead.
Kidiona really shining tonight, getting tons of rebounds, and right there it really pays off. She gets the rebound, turns around, puts it up as the clock's almost expiring, and it gets it in. Good job by Tessa Cromar as well on the defense right there, causing a steal, putting up a shot. It kind of a so-so shot right there, but still, a steal doesn't allow American Fork to get a shot up at the end of the quarter. Great defense so far by Titans and great rebounding by Kidiona.
Without that quarter could not have ended better for the Titans. Now they go into the fourth quarter with some momentum. And really when things started to switch was when American Fork called that timeout. They seemed to be getting that momentum, but it stopped after that timeout.
Maybe a bit of a mistake on the coach's part. Maybe should have let the girls keep playing, try and keep the momentum rolling in their favor. But now it seems like all the momentum is on the side of the Titans as they come out with nearly, I believe, 4 points. 2 from Baker at the free throw line, 1 from Schwartz, and then 5. And then 2 again, and then 2 from Kidiona at the end of the quarter.
It's always interesting to see how coaches handle their timeouts. Some try the American Fork way where they get some momentum and they quickly call a timeout. You see that more towards the end of the games, really, when a team is down by a lot. But Coach Hunsaker, on the other hand, she prefers to use her timeouts when she feels the momentum slipping away and when she needs to regroup the team a little bit.
Yeah, Hunsaker, when she feels the momentum slipping away, calls a timeout, allows her girls to kind of regroup and come together and communicate, and kind of stagnates the other team's momentum in the process of that timeout.
Baker is guarded by Melville, and now it's Schwartz who has it. She passes to Cromar, and Cromar's looking to move around the perimeter.
Good screen so far by the Titans.
Schwartz is guarded by Melville. She has it knocked away, and tight defense by Melville, but Baker is able to get the ball. They're going to try and go inside with Erickson. Her layup is good. So the Titans still have that momentum from the end of the third quarter as they extend their lead to 6.
Great job by Erickson, bumping on one shoulder a few times and then turning around the other one to get to the weak shoulder and for an easy layup.
Titans in a little bit of a zone defense, I believe, right there. And there's going to be a foul called on Kidiona, drawn by Melville right there. Cora Kennington is open on the inbounds pass, but she misses the layup, and it's Schwartz bringing it up the floor.
Good job by Kidiona and Baker to kind of fling the ball out.
But miscommunication by Schwartz and Kidiona, and it's a quick turnover and and now American Fork has possession once again.
Running a more slow offense here as American Fork as we see the Titans trap her in the corner.
And American Fork's coach calls a timeout. So good trap by Schwartz and Baker right there, because there was no room for
an
Cavemen
pass
to.
right there.
Yep.
Yeah. I like the timeout call right there by American Fork. You see a bad situation for you, there doesn't really appear to be a ray out right there, and you don't want your player to turn over the ball. Throw up a T, call a quick timeout, and send both teams to the bench.
And so for the rest of this game, Olympus has 4 timeouts left, and now American Fork has 2. Be interesting to see how they use it, especially if it is a close game.
Yeah. Right now, we've seen Olympus kind of pull a little bit ahead of American Fork, having a 6-point lead right now. American Fork should try and do what they've been doing pretty well all night and just keep shooting threes. Keep shooting threes. You only need 2 threes right now, and you're right back neck and neck with the Titans. But if the Titans cannot allow the American Fork offense to shoot threes and try and challenge them more by getting them in the paint, which the Titans, despite their height disadvantage, have been playing really well, we will see the Titans probably win out here.
And you've seen American Fork slow down from three-point range too. They had one early to start the second half, but besides that, we haven't seen much from them. Olympus has done a much better job guarding the perimeter.
Yeah, and we see American Forks, one of their better shooters, Samantha Smith, on the bench as she kind of took a hard tumble in the third.
Jensen's long 2 is no good, but it's Melville with the rebound. Her layup is no good, and now Hansen gets it, but Schwartz steals it away. And it looks like Hansen is down as play continues, and now they're going to stop it.
Looks like she might have the wind knocked out of her.
Very unfortunate injury as she looks to be in some pain. Looks like it's around the rib area.
She took quite a hard fall there.
In her first 4 games, Sabrina Hansen had 24 points, 17 rebounds. So
she's definitely been a major player for the American Fork offense and American Fork as a whole.
As she gets up off the floor, we're hoping she's going to be okay. Again, an integral part of this American Fork team. She's really great on the defensive side, and she's able to put some points up too.
And we see a girl who I just barely mentioned, Samantha Smith, check into the game from her. Let's see if American Fork can run some offense through her and get her some threes.
Double team on Baker, but they get around it. Cromar thought about the 3, and now she gets it to Erickson, who's going to put up the shot. That one is good. Impressive shot by Erickson after she didn't necessarily have much control of the ball.
She kind of found herself in a bad position, throws up a shot, and honestly, good job that it went in right there.
Now Olympus still in a zone defense. Felix's 3 is no good, and we're going to have a jump ball in which American Fork retains possession, so they'll have another chance on the offensive side.
We see Morgan Felix right there throw up a 3, trying to even out this score.
The shot by Fugel is no good, but a foul is called. That one will be on Grace Schwartz, and Fugel is going to head to the line.
2 critical free throws right here for American Fork. Got to sink these to pull within 6 of the Titans.
Just have to get some momentum back, as the first one is no good.
Bouncing right off the back of the rim.
An interesting note, the clock was still running on that first free throw. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, as the second one is missed. But the Titans will take it as they have an 8-point lead. The pass to Cromar. Great vision by Grace Schwartz as she gets to Cromar, who lays it up and in.
Great assist by Grace Schwartz, and right before that, great job by Kidiana to tip it to Schwartz, allowing for the fast break points.
And now American Fork is in some trouble in this one. Fugel's 3 is no good, and Cromar comes down with the rebound. And then they pass it right back to Fugel, who's going to shoot the 3. This one is no good, and Cromar comes down with the rebound. And we're going to have a jump ball called.
It should go in favor of the Titans, and it will.
So we're starting to see Olympus pull away in this one, as the first 3 quarters were very highly contested. We'll have to see if that continues as American Fork puts on a full court press. And it is thrown away by Joss Baker. The full court press worked that time, and American Fork will get another offensive possession.
Yeah, full court press causes Joss Baker to kind of laser it over the head of Schwartz.
Jensen passes to Felix and back to Jensen. Smith is open from 3. That one is no good. And Kidiona comes down with the rebound, and Cromar brings it up the floor.
Again, a good rebound by Kidiona.
Schwartz has it now. Erickson tried to set the screen, and Schwartz passes it right to Melville, and now American Fork is running up the floor.
American Fork needs some points here to try and even this out.
And they're going to call a traveling violation right there on Ambry Jensen.
As Ambry Jensen came to a stop right there, she kind of stuttered forward a little bit, causing the travel to come in.
Baker gets it to Shimoda. American Fork still with that full court press. Can the Titans get across the timeline? They can. Cromar was open. She gets it to Kidiona. Baker has it now. She's going to shoot the three. That one is no good. And it's Smith who comes down with the rebound.
No points recently for either of these teams.
Both teams are cold shooting right now. As Jensen's three is no good. That was a deep one. And Shimoda gets the rebound and gets it to Baker. Great pass to get out of the corner.
Titans running on offense here.
And now Erickson's open, and then a lot of contact. And they're going to call a jump ball right there, which goes back to American Fork.
American Fork been really stagnant on offense, even though they have such a great deficit to overcome here with being a 10-point deficit for American Fork.
And then American Fork is going to use the first of their final 2 timeouts, as they are now down by 10 points with about midway through this fourth quarter.
I think right there the timeout is necessary. You got to bring the girls together, talk to them about what offense we're going to run, because they've been doing pretty good on their full court press so far, not allowing the Titans to score at all. But their offense really needs to pick up some momentum if they want to see a comeback here midway through the fourth.
The Titans haven't been able to take advantage of American Fork's struggles on offense, though, but that's a lot easier to stomach when you do have a 10-point lead. American Fork still hasn't scored in this fourth quarter, and they've only scored 9 points in the second half in total.
Yeah. So as we come out of this timeout, Olympus needs to keep playing good defense, keep American Fork from getting any shots in the bucket, and American Fork needs to do the complete opposite, get shots in the bucket and try and overcome this deficit that they find themselves at. Let's see which team can do their plan more effectively out of this timeout.
And American Fork has had some more chances in this fourth quarter at the three-point line. They just haven't been able to hit them.
And we've seen the Titans sometimes hit some, well, at least in the second half, hit more three-pointers, which definitely has allowed them to build this lead that they have.
So American Fork needs to score, and they need to score quick, as we are now halfway through this fourth quarter. Fugel tries to put up a shot, and she is fouled by Cromar, so she'll be headed to the line. She needs to make these 2.
Crucial free throws right here from Fugel. Got to sink both of them.
Last time she was at the line, which was in this fourth quarter, she missed both of them. We'll see if she can do better here, and she does.
That's been the duality of the free throw line for both teams. American Fork somewhat struggled, and Olympus been elite from the free throw line.
It has been one of Olympus's best free throw shooting games of the year. As Fugel misses that one, Smith's 3 is up, and it is good. So that is a 4-point offensive possession for American Fork, and they're right back in it.
They're right back in it, 32-38 right now.
And then Baker, and it looks like there is a turnover on the Titans. Looks like an offensive foul. So that timeout was key by American Fork as the momentum shifting.
They're doing what they need to, getting the ball in the bucket. A three-pointer and a made free throw allows them to get that crucial 4-point play right there.
And then a lot of contact by Shimoda.
And it looks like American Fork will keep possession of the ball. Looks like the foul coming on Shimoda.
And the clock is still running. We're down to 3:30. That shot is no good, and Kidiona comes down with the rebound. It'll end up being a jump ball, and the possession arrow goes to the Titans.
Kidiona again with the crucial rebound. She's had a phenomenal night grabbing the ball for rebounds.
So we'll see if the Titans can bring it up the floor this time and have an offensive possession. Shimoda gets it across, and she's guarded tightly by Smith. Now it's Cromar who has it. And Erickson passes. They end up getting to Baker. Her shot is no good, and it's Smith who comes down with the rebound.
Baker trying to force too much right there. A little too much power on the layup. Causes it to go up towards the rim and right back out.
She might have had a better opportunity if she kicked it out for a 3-point attempt. Smith is open from 3. This one is no good, and it's Baker who comes down with the rebound.
Good rebound there by Baker with 2:40 left. as we see the Titans maybe try and waste some time here.
And it's Coach Hunsaker who's going to call a timeout right here. The Titans are ice cold on offense right now, as the full court press has definitely put a wrench into things here, and the Titans are having trouble getting it across the timeline and then setting up on offense.
Yeah, the full court press has really been bothering the Titans. It doesn't allow them to play their standard half-court offense, forcing them more to kind of go with the flow, try and figure out what they can as they push the ball down the court on offense. So honestly, pretty good by American Fork, as the Titans also have gone pretty much nowhere with offense so far recently.
That 4-point possession by American Fork was so big, though. It puts them within 2 possessions. They just have to hit 2 threes, and they're tied if the Titans can't turn it around on offense.
Yep. Got to try and get the ball in one of your better 3-point shooters' hands and just let them keep firing from deep. Try and set some screens. Maybe try and set some screens on ball and off ball to try and get threes. Try and create space. Try and get them a nice, comfortable 3 that they probably like compared to a contested one.
And you have to assume if they are going to shoot a 3, it's either going to be by Samantha Smith or Morgan Felix. It feels like they've taken the most 3-point attempts in this one.
Definitely.
And so it's Baker who's inbounding the ball to Shimoda. And it's American Fork in a zone defense, which has caused the Titans some issues. And that's going to be a foul called on American Fork, their first of the quarter. That's an interesting thing to note, too, and look at, is that one more foul and American Fork is in the bonus. And it's still a long way to go for Olympus to get in the bonus. So that could be a big part in deciding this game.
And
that is another foul on American Fork. That's now their second of the quarter. You could also see American Fork trying to build up their fouls for when, oh, what a play by Tessa Cromar. She threw it off the back of the American Fork player but wasn't able to lay it in.
Really smart play right there by Tessa Cromar, using her ball knowledge right there to just bounce it really cleanly off the back of an American Fork player and trying for him to lay up. Just doesn't quite go in.
It definitely was unexpected. It was just unfortunate she couldn't put the layup in. And that's going to be a foul on Maddie Shimoda, I believe. Yes, it is. So American Fork will be at the free throw line.
Shimoda trying there for a jump ball, just American Fork holding on to it ferociously and not allowing her to get anywhere close. So I believe they called a reach-in foul right there on Shimoda.
And it looks like the clock is the clock has had a whole bunch of issues in this second half, as we've seen a running clock a whole bunch. And it looks like we're getting that sorted out at the scorer's table.
And they've put 2:15 up on the clock.
Our statistician tonight, Jared Larson, says that should be around 2:03. He's done a great job providing us stats tonight.
Really critical.
And the first one is good for Ambry Jensen, the senior forward, or excuse me, the senior guard. She puts both of them down, and American Fork is only down by 4 with 2 minutes left in this one.
Hot full court press really getting to Baker, but Baker throws it to Kidiona.
And now we'll see what the Titans do here. Do they try to waste time? Cromar is open from 3. That one is no good. That would have been so huge, but Baker is going to be headed back to the free throw line where she has been, feels like she's been all night.
Yeah. And she's been there all night, and she's been elite from there all night. Getting tons of points from the free throw line.
His free throw can put her on over 20 points on the night. And it does. So she follows up her 33-point performance with a 20-point performance and counting.
Accounting for over a third, I believe, of the Titans' points tonight.
The second one is good.
Maybe more like a half, sorry.
Yeah. And now it's Jensen bringing up the floor. American Fork has to go quick, and that's a great steal by Annie Erickson. and a foul called on American Fork. Great effort right there by Annie Erickson to put her hands up and block the pass.
Annie Erickson has quite a long reach, and that reach allows her to get in front of the pass and tip it and allow her to get that steal right there. And then that causes a foul on American Fork, which only adds to the fouls they've been committing so far, trying to get them into the bonus. The Titans are.
The Titans will be in the bonus on the next foul, I believe. That pass is nearly thrown away and nearly stolen away right there, but somehow the Titans still have it. Baker's looking to drive, and she is going to be fouled. And so Baker will be at the free throw line once again, as this is great news for American Fork, as Sabrina Hansen is able to check back into the game.
We saw her took a hard fall and an injury, I believe, early in the third.
The first one by Baker is good. She's still 100% from the line tonight. An American Fork strategy of putting Josh Baker at the free throw line has clearly not worked out.
Definitely not been in their favor.
And Baker misses that second one, her first miss from the charity stripe tonight. And with 1:27 left in this one, the Titans have a 4-point lead, so American Fork has to score quickly. Titans in a zone defense. It's Morgan Felix open from three. That one banks in. And so American Fork is just hanging in there.
That's exactly what they need. American Fork needs to keep shooting threes, but Josh Baker honestly taking the ball up by herself against 3 American Fork defenders.
Erickson's floater is up and good. Great job by Annie Erickson to extend the Titans' lead.
She's had some pivotal plays down the stretch here.
And now it's Smith open from three. That one doesn't bake in, but Felix comes down with the rebound. And now Smith again from three. That one is good. American Fork is hot from three, and with 45 seconds, this is a 3-point game. When does American Fork start fouling?
Warm-up shot by Smith. Second one goes in. Good job by Smith at getting her second three-pointer attempt in.
And it looks like they're not fouling yet. There's 30 seconds left in this one. Baker's going to put up a shot. That one is no good. American Fork has a chance to tie it with this possession.
Shot clock off. Let's see what American Fork can do. Do they wait for the shot clock to go out? They won't.
Smith is open from three. That one is an air ball. And Fugel is not able to save it from going out of bounds as she steps out.
As we see a timeout here from the Titans, that right there, a crucial three-pointer, wide open. Samantha Smith was, shot it, just a little too much power on that. Air melts it and air balls it over the rim.
She had an open look, though. You have to take that shot in that situation.
Yeah.
And she's been so key for American Fork.
She'd no doubt been a pretty good free throw shooter tonight, or three-point shooter tonight, excuse me. And so right there, you're wide open. No one around you, no one there to contest. Just take the shot, try and tie it up as the clock expires.
She's the leading scorer for American Fork with 15 points tonight. And so what do the Titans do here on this inbounds play? Who do you look for them to go to?
Honestly, it's a pretty basic answer. Someone that the Titans have relied on pretty much all night, gotten the majority of the points, Josh Baker. Try and get the ball to Josh Baker. And she's been elite from the free throw line, so if American Fork does choose the foul, then Josh Baker will probably sink 2 free throws pretty soundly.
And because American Fork has fouled as this as this fourth quarter has gone on, one foul and Olympus is shooting free throws. It looked like that wasn't going to be the case as the fourth quarter progressed, but it ended up being that way.
And we see an absolute full court press from American Fork as they get the foul off.
And they get it into Baker, which is exactly what they wanted to do. It's a quick foul call on Morgan Felix, and Baker can pretty much put this game away at the line.
No doubt. One made shot here, and the game is pretty much over.
The biggest key for the Titans here is that Baker makes the free throws and then that they don't foul. Don't give American Fork extra opportunities for points.
Yeah, no doubt.
The first one is up and it is good, so it's a 2-possession lead for the Titans with 12.2 seconds left in this one.
And Titans just looking here for a nice free throw from Baker to really seal the deal.
Second one is up. That one is good. So Baker only misses one free throw on the night for the Titans. It's Jensen bringing it up the floor. She has to get up a shot quickly. Her layup is good, plus the foul. It's what the Titans couldn't do.
Right here, I think you gotta aim for an intentional miss and kick the ball out with 7 seconds left and get a three-pointer. As you see, Morgan Felix and Samantha Smith out behind the arc. That's exactly where they're gonna need to get it to.
Looks like they're deciding what to do right here, whether they do that intentional miss or whether they try and make the free throw shot. And it looks like we're having a clock malfunction because there's definitely not 1 minute and 19 seconds left in this game.
There you go. They put on 0.9 seconds on the clock. We'll see if that makes any bit of a difference.
The free throw is up and it is good. So American Fork is only down by 2 possessions, and American Fork is going to sub in Cora Kennington for Sabrina Hansen. We'll see how much that changes things.
We'll see Kennington try and swat the ball away here on an inbound play. Try and get her long reach in front of Tessa Cromar.
They get it into Shimoda, and the Titans turn the ball over. It's Kennington who has it, and American Fork is going to call a timeout right now. They're going to have a chance to win the game. The Titans are doing everything they couldn't do, and now American Fork is in position to tie and win.
American Fork is exactly where they want to be. So far, they haven't quite done the key to the game, which is score over 50 points, but they have been neck and neck with the Titans offensively and defensively. Great timeout there by the American Fork coach as the ball went into Julia Fugel's hands. A little bit of chaos going on, not a ton of time left. You want to put it in one of your elite three-pointers' hands.
And there are the refs put 2.4 seconds on the clock here. So what do you think American Fork should do here? Should they go for the 2 or should they go for the 3 to win?
For me, American Fork has struggled so far in the paint. They have had the height advantage, but somehow it hasn't seemed to even affect Olympus's defense. They've still been elite in the paint from great performances from Hazen, Baker, and Kitiona. So I think you try an off-ball screen and dish the ball into Samantha Smith or Morgan Felix, try and get a 3 and seal this game with a win.
We'll see if that's what American Fork does here. The Titans have had every opportunity to win this game. And
as we see Samantha Smith inbound the ball. So watch Morgan Felix right here. Watch Morgan Felix or Cora Kennington. Whoever they pass it into, that'll be what they're going for. If they pass to number 3, look for a 3. If they pass it to number 2, look for a 2.
And we're still having clock issues here as they put back 2.4 seconds on the clock. We'll see what American Fork can do here. Does Smith get it in? She gets it to Kennington. What a great play. Smith was open, and it is no good. So the Lady Titans hold on for the 45-43 win.
Whew. Close one there. We saw the inbound to Cora Kennington. Cora Kennington almost acting as a screen as Smith released to the left. And then Cora Kennington dished the ball back out, tried the 3, and just airballed it. An unfortunate play for American Fork right there, but Samantha Smith had been missing somewhat regularly down the stretch in the 4th.
That was a great play design by the coach, though, to draw that up and draw their best three-point shooter up. They went for the win there, which I don't hate. And what a game tonight. It looked like it was an offensive slugfest, but they kind of picked it up in the second half a little bit.
Yeah. First half defense, second half offense, no doubt.
Thank you all for watching another Olympus girls basketball broadcast on OlyTV. American Fork will stay on the road and have an afternoon game on Saturday against Springville. Olympus has an incredibly quick turnaround and will be back here tomorrow night for a good one against Uinta. We at OlyTV will have that broadcast for you at 7 p.m. For our entire production crew and Mr. Miller,
I'm Colin Malga.
and I'm Lucas Pierce. Have a great rest of your night.